Hey, what's up guys, it's Vertical Hoops here, and today I have some more NBA 2K17 news for you guys. So yesterday, which was June 17, 2016, 2K uploaded their final 2K TV of 2K16, and in that episode, Ronnie gave us some hints about what's going to be in 2K17. Some of the things he said, it sounded like he was kind of joking around, and some of them were just kind of like jokes, but other things sounded sort of sincere, and so they might actually be in the game. And about the things he was joking about, they might have just been sort of hints, and maybe not the complete truth, but sort of hinting at what might be in 2K17. So the first thing Ronnie did mention was that in 2K17 we will be able to play underwater basketball, and there's going to be an underwater arena. So I'm not sure if he was joking about that, or if that just hints at something that might be what one of the new parks is in 2K17, but I'm not really sure. All he said is we'll be able to play underwater basketball. Now, for some of these things that he talks about, he wasn't very specific. He just kind of gave some brief topics about things that might be in 2K17. He also hinted at some things, so I don't have like complete details about each one of these things because he didn't really go into detail either, so I can't just make stuff up. But anyway, the next thing that he said was going to be in 2K17 were Yeezys, and those are shoes that a lot of people are like. They're really popular in real life right now. So those are going to be in 2K17, so I'm sure some people are pretty excited about that. Moving on to the next thing that he brought up, he said once you hit Legend 74, you'll be able to play as his dog, and then if you ever get tired of playing as a regular player, the dog can dunk for you. So I'm not exactly sure if this is some kind of joke. I don't even know if there's going to be a Legend 74. If it was this hard for most people to get to Legend 5, I don't know how they expect anybody to get to Legend 74 unless they decrease the amount of games it takes to rep up, or it's easier to get rep. I'm not really too sure. So Legend 74 might be a joke, or he might be serious. Maybe you actually do have to get there. But he said you'll be able to play as his dog, and then the dog can dunk for you once you get there. So I don't know how I feel about that. Some people are probably going to be kind of mad about that because that's going to take forever to get to, and then you get a dog as a reward. It doesn't really even help you in game, except for the fact that you can change your character. But I'm sure a lot of other people will be pretty happy about it, because in some people's eyes that's a pretty cool feature, because you'll be able to play as like a pet. So moving on to the next thing Ronnie said, he said in 2K17 locker codes are going to be coming back, and they aren't going to be quantity locker codes where only like the first 100 or so people get it. It's going to be time locker codes, so everybody has a chance to get them. So I think that's pretty cool for the people who never really got to get pink diamonds or anything like that from 2K15. Everyone's going to get a chance to get these cards. Now, with that being said, if everybody does get a chance to get these and it's just like a time locker code so everybody has a chance, the rewards might not be as good, because then they don't want everybody running around with like diamond cards or whatever. But moving on to the next thing, they were talking about free agent cards, and they said that these cards might be diamonds or really good cards, but then you'll only have them for a couple games. So that's what you might get from the locker codes. They might actually be good cards, but then maybe you only get to use them for 1 or 2 or maybe 3 games or something like that. So that might work out for a lot of people. You'll get to choose when you want to use these certain cards. And like I said, they talked about free agent cards. When you pre-order, you get a free agent card. So if this whole idea with the free agent cards and the time locker codes ends up to be something sort of like that, I think that'll be pretty cool. And it seems like that's what Ronnie was hinting at, so that might be coming in 2K17. Now, another thing they brought up was Mascot Wars. I'm not really too sure how many people want this. Ronnie said that it was one of the most requested features coming to 2K17, so this might be some kind of joke. He might have just been messing around, but this might actually be serious. I'm not really too sure. I don't know how Mascot Wars would work out. Maybe you have to get to the certain rep in park to get your mascots, and then maybe you can battle out. Like I said, I'm not really too sure. That's pretty much all he said. Mascot Wars were coming, so I'm not sure if that's serious or a joke. But anyway, moving on to the next thing, that he didn't say anything about this except for that he was going to look good in 2K17. So while Rachel was talking to him during 2K TV, he wasn't really listening, and he was making it pretty obvious. He was just on his phone, and he was moving his head to the left and the right, holding his phone out in front of him, almost like he was doing a face scan, kind of how like you can do with NBA Live for 16. So that feature might be coming for 2K17. I know a lot of people have problems with their PlayStation 4 cameras or their Xbox Connects with doing the face scans. Sometimes the face scans don't really come out very well. So now that you can use your phone, if this is coming, that should be pretty cool. Like I said, he hinted at it that this was coming, because he said he was going to look really good as he was moving his head back and forth with the camera in front of him. So that's what I'm assuming. That's what a lot of people are assuming about what he meant when he said that. Anyway, moving on to the next thing that they were talking about, he said new NBA animations were coming, and he was going to listen to Sig Nation about all their requests about how they need more animations in the game. And then Mike Wang went ahead and said after, when they interviewed him, that you'll be able to control your animations with your right stick. So I'm not really too sure how this is going to work. He said that J.R. Smith 3-point celebration was going to be in the game, so I'm assuming you'll be able to control with certain players who have certain animations. With the right stick, you'll get to choose what they do. And hopefully in my park, it'll be pretty easy to do different animations, and maybe they'll add some more animations. So it should be pretty cool. Anyway, now moving on to the final thing they brought up in 2K TV. They said finally instituting a layup contest at All-Star Weekend, and then that was going to be in the game also. So this was the last thing they brought up on the episode, so they might have just been trying to end it with a joke. I'm not really too sure. This might actually be a thing. I can sort of see a layup contest coming to the All-Star Weekend in real life, because it could be pretty cool to see what kind of weird layups people can do and have them actually go in. So that might be a thing. So having this follow in 2K might actually happen. I'm not really too sure. Like I mentioned in the beginning, and throughout this whole episode of 2K TV and throughout this whole video, most of these things Ronnie said seemed a little bit sarcastic. Now he did sound pretty truthful about some things, but there was also a lot of things that just sounded kind of weird, and he wasn't really being straightforward with them. So if you guys want to go ahead and watch this episode of 2K TV for yourself, I'll leave the link to the video in the description, or you can just go on your console and click on the tab in the main menu that says 2K TV, and then you can watch it there. But anyway, at the end of the day, that final episode of 2K TV for 2K16 was kind of important. They gave us a lot of details about what's going to be in 2K17, whether any of them were straightforward, maybe all of them were, but either way, they did give some information. I don't think they would say anything that's just going to be a blatant lie just to trick any of us. So pretty much everything they said, I'm assuming, means something. Hopefully 2K17 will be a pretty good game. As information comes out, I will make more videos about it to keep you guys updated. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one.